Okay, we got the 04 Dodge Ram. We're gonna put some new sway bar end links on it. The factors are pretty worn out and I'm getting a clicky noise from the front of the truck. So let's see if we can upgrade it with some Performance Max end links and get a little better steering on the road. All right, so if you guys can see, here's the factory sway bar end links. Here's your sway bar. Here's the end link, and it's like this weird little ball joint setup, and she's totally wallered out. She's seen better days. So what we're gonna do is replace it with this Suspension Max, and the whole thing just looks a lot beefier, and it's almost like a fixed heim joint. And as you guys know, third generation Dodges, they kind of suck with all their steering. So we're gonna try to over-engineer this whole system and get it a little tighter. It's okay on the road, but I think we can do a little better. So let's see what we can do. So this first nut, oh, there's Moby Cat, is like a 15 millimeter. She's really on there to where I'm having to lay the wood to it. So I might get out the old air tools. This Chingadero is stuck. It is not coming off, so throw some heat at it. All right, the fight continues. Our little buddy just severed from his little ball end. So I'm surprised there was like any support at all going down the road. You know, towing the boat and stuff, so anything I'm gonna put on this thing would be an upgrade now, so. This little Chingadero, I'm thinking it's just pressing there, but she's gonna fight a little bit, but through sheer will and ignorance, I'll get it out. Might just put some vice grips on this and see if I can just get a turn out of it and see if a piece of junk will come off. Piece of crap. All right. All right, here's the old one. We got her out. She was completely severed. As you can look inside, there's like a plastic urethane bushing in there. And she's all wallered out. So compared to the new one, it's gonna be way better. So can't wait to see how this thing rides. Right, Bear? Right? Yep. Okay, we got the factory links off. We are reading the Suspension Max instructions, and pretty much it's, you start with the lower bolt right here with the 15 millimeter nut, and you torque it down to 35 foot-pounds. And then the upper one, they recommend trying to do these simultaneously from each side of the vehicle, where they're both kind of equally matched with torque. So, and they say don't squash them. They give you a chart which kind of identifies yes and no. They say if you over tighten these, they'll be prone to cracking and in their service life a little premature. So we'll definitely do this one per spec, and then we'll just use common sense and just tighten these enough to where they match the photos, and we'll take her for a spin, see how she feels. All right, little trick I found for tightening the actual nut on this side and not spinning this, because obviously when you torque the nut, this wants to flip up tight to one side. So if you get a pair of vice grips on it, you'll be able to keep this equally on these bushings right here, so that way there's even pressure. You know what I mean? A little tip for you guys. All right, guys, we got all the parts on. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, they are installed. I did my best to center this guy and get the proper torque without it moving around. So another thing I also did was install this guy. It's a steering box brace from Rough Country, and I think it helped kind of isolate the steering shaft. It's got a Zerk fitting, and yeah, just try to get rid of all the movement. So just one by one, we're just kind of fine-tuning this Dodge front end. So just Dodge is steering from this era. It sucks. So parts are installed. We're going to take it for a quick spin. Okay, so the new sway bar end links, they help pretty good. They got rid of a lot of that body roll, and it's tracking pretty good. So there's no hands. I mean, she's kind of staying where she should. She's got just a little bit, but I think for this year at Dodge, it's pretty acceptable. So I'm pretty happy with them. They're like $115, and I think they're worth it. So we'll keep chasing down some other parts. I've got a some clicking noise in my steering wheel, and I think it's the clock spring. So I gotta get that rascal, and then I got a hissing sound, which is pretty common these years as well. And it sounds like that's the high pressure return line. I fixed that. I guess the inner sheath used to kind of come loose from the outside of the hose, but I fixed that, so I'm thinking it might be the Hydro Boost. I had to fix that as well, but it's one by one. So yeah, I like it.